So, you're 62, huh? And you have a disability, huh? We need to have a talk. In this video, I'm going to talk about whether you can file for early Social Security retirement and SSDI at the same time. If you're ready for this, let's get it started. Many people approaching the age of 62 are starting to think about retirement. Naturally, that includes Social Security retirement. And 62 is the earliest age you can file for Social Security. Retirement, that is. But some people have put in more than their fair share at their jobs and now have either physical, mental, or both physical and mental impairments that are making things difficult for them to continue working. So naturally, they're thinking about whether they should file for Social Security. Disability, that is. Let's get into some finer points about early retirement and SSDI. Let's walk through early retirement first. When you reach age 62 and you are insured, meaning that you have all 40 work credits to be eligible for retirement, you can actually apply for retirement at that time. You might see the acronym RIB or RIB, which stands for Retirement Insurance Benefits. So when you reach age 62 and you file for retirement at age 62, you actually are taking out early retirement, which is considered a reduced benefit. It is reduced because you took out your retirement before you reached your FRA or full retirement age. In order to get your full benefit at retirement, you have to reach your full retirement age or your FRA. Another way to say this is when you get to your FRA, you'll get to your FRIB, your full retirement insurance benefit. But like I said, when you file before your FRA, then it will be a reduced benefit based on when you decide to retire. If you retire the first month you reach age 62, then that will be the maximum reduced benefit that you will be entitled to. So filing even a month before your FRA will result in a reduced benefit. It just won't be as reduced as if you took it out at age 62. So to recap this, the further away you get from your FRA, or the earlier you retire away from your FRA, the reduced your benefit will be. And the month you reach age 62 will be the maximum reduced retirement benefit. So when you retire at any time before your FRA, you sacrifice your FRIB. But at age 62, you can still file for SSDI. Because here's the deal. When you file for SSDI, also known as DIB or Disability Insurance Benefit, you actually will be able to get your FRIB, your full retirement benefit amount. It's not retirement. You're just applying for disability at age 62, and you would get what you were entitled to get when you reach your FRA, which would be your FRIB. Make sense? Now, I say generally because there are some other things at play here. If you are a government employee or if you had some kind of non-covered work for Social Security, in other words, they're not taking Social Security taxes out of your paycheck, then there could be an offset, but we'll deal with that another time. Now, since you could be eligible for RIB at age 62 and DIB at the same age, you technically could be eligible to apply for RIB and DIB at the same time. So one scenario is you can apply for DIB or disability or SSDI. And you can also file your retirement while you're waiting for your disability decision to come through. Now, with anything related to Social Security, there's always asterisks and pros and cons. So let's go over the pros right now. So one pro would be when you file for RIB while you're waiting for your disability decision, you actually can start getting some checks while you're waiting for that disability decision. It will just be your reduced retirement benefit. You won't get the full benefit until you are eligible and approved for disability. Another pro to this is if you are found disabled and you're entitled to start receiving SSDI, Social Security will determine which amount is higher, whether it is your RIB amount or your DIB amount, and they pay you the higher of the two, and you will start getting that automatically. Now here are the cons. One con is something that I mentioned earlier. When you take out your retirement early, that means that you're getting a reduced benefit. Now here's another wrinkle. For every month you receive retirement before you are allowed disability benefits, it will reduce your disability benefit a certain fraction. It's not a huge fraction, but it's a fraction of what you could be getting on your disability. How it usually looks is this. Your DIB or SSDI payment is usually higher than your retirement benefit anyway. But in this situation, your DIB payment would not be as high as it would be if you did not take out early RIB, because you started collecting your retirement early while you were waiting for your disability determination. And another con is this. If you are denied SSDI, if your claim is denied, then you have already applied for retirement. So since you've already started that ball rolling with your retirement, you can't go back in time and reverse it in general. So if you're denied, then you're just gonna continue receiving your retirement benefit and you miss out on your FRIB. So basically your options at age 62 are these. File for reduced RIB without filing for DIB, filing for reduced RIB and DIB at the same time, file for DIB, and if you're denied DIB, then you still have the ability to wait on filing for RIB until you're frost so you can get your FRIB, or file for DIB, and if you're allowed, you would get your FRIB at your age 62 mark with an asterisk. But I bet some of you are wondering, well, if I already applied for reduced RIB, if I filed for early retirement already, can I still apply for the SSDI now, even though I'm getting and collecting my reduced retirement benefit? The answer is absolutely. You can still file for DIB even though you are already receiving reduced RIB or reduced retirement benefits. All you would be doing is putting in an application for SSDI. You're still getting your benefit checks anyway, but you're trying to see if you can get a higher benefit amount because you are disabled. So in this scenario, you really don't have much to lose because you've already been locked into your reduced RIB benefit. You can't go back, technically speaking, but you can apply for DIB or SSDI to just get a higher benefit amount than what you're getting right now on just your retirement. So here's the Disability YODAA's take on what you should do. If you are 100% convinced that you are disabled and you believe with strong conviction and watching my videos that you're going to be in SSDI allowance, it's always worth it to apply. Filing for retirement, however, is a judgment call based on your own situation, your financial situation, your family situation, and so on. So any Social Security representative worth his or her salt is never going to tell you what to do on whether you should retire or not. That's really your call. But to get the most information to make the wisest decision for you and your family, it's always helpful to speak to someone at your local Social Security office or at the National 800 number so you can get as much information as possible to make the most informed decision you can make for you and your family. That includes understanding what benefits you may be entitled to, amounts that there may be payable out to you, and any other asterisks that are lying around there, maybe in some cases reducing a little bit of your benefit. I'll have a video dealing with that down the road. And that's all I have on early retirement and SSDI. It's a little tricky, but like I said, Applying for SSDI is always worth it. But when it comes to retirement, really do your homework and speak to someone in Social Security to make sure that you're making the most informed decision you can make. Now, that's all I have, and I got more videos. Don't leave me hanging because I'm going to see you on the other side.